Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got to discuss something involving Coach Prime Deion Sanders. He has came out and spoken. We're gonna get all into it, ladies and gentlemen. We all know Colorado is just running rampant. Is everybody has an opinion. It's probably one of the most polarizing teams in sports. Deion Sanders. We ain't even gonna get into it, but let's cut to the chase. Deion Sanders has called out the envious and jealous reporters, and he is saying that they are envious of these changes to college football. So he claims the media used to never attack players, and the money might be a factor. Pardon me. So this is definitely a major issue that's going on right now. We see what's going on with Shador. He hopping out of cyber trucks. He's got all kind of jewelry, and it's bringing up a lot of questions. We all know Travis got a bag. We ain't gonna get into shallow because we see the big Cuban around his neck. It's crazy, but in all seriousness, the Colorado Buffaloes, their coach Deion Sanders specifically called out the media for their treatment of the players now that they earn money through name, image, and likeness deals,
Yes.
suggesting that some members of the press may be lashing out as envy. So we're gonna get into it, man. I got the chief in the building.
Yes,
This
sir.
is a major report right now. Everybody's picked it up. What's your thoughts on Dion coming at the reporters once again?
It's good. It's good. First of all, the rollies on order. The offensive line gonna have some rollies. They protected him. They protected Shador last year. I was very impressed with the bounce back. As we've spoken before. There was a time I remember when LeBron was in high school, and everybody made a big deal over that Humvee that he got, right? Where he got it from, blah, 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 all those other things. Then the controversy around Jalen Rose and Chris Webber and the whole booster situation that took place in Michigan over these things. You understand what I'm saying, Flight? So to see that now turn around to where now players, which has been called for years, for these college players to be able to get some type of compensation for the talent they put on the field of these different colleges. These same reporters then were against those deals, saying that it's the education that they go for that the exchange for this is the education. When these programs have built their whole institution off these sports programs, whole coaches, celebrities have been made celebrity in college. Whole coaches have been made celebrities off of the performance of these players. Coach K, just to name one, and others in all genres. So to see that breakthrough out of necessity because of the particularly in basketball, when you have talents like LaMelo Ball going to Australia, when you have other talents going overseas to collect the bag, it forced the NBA to create the G League, then the G League, and then it forced college now to be in a position where, okay, either I'm going to go to the G League for a bag or go to college and yes, enhance your programs, do all those other things, but my image, but my name, image, and likeness is used to enhance your program, and I'll get a degree, and I'm not knocking academics, Flight. I'm not knocking that. If you go to school, go and get you a good education. I'm not knocking those things, but there's a balance to all those things. There's a balance to that as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy that these players are getting these deals, and the reporters, they just sit down. They just always the reporters are always envious of these athletes, whatever they do, whatever they do, and it is what it is. It
Right.
comes with it.
Right. Shador Sanders, a lot of these other quarterbacks, you see, he just got into it, with the Colorado State quarterback. Do you hear him say, the quarterback say, basically, it's not about Instagram followers and things like that. It don't seem like it's just reporters. We've seen Cormani McClain leave. He's discussing Instagram followers and things like that. They playing for clicks, and is it a larger issue going on here with maybe Colorado specifically, because is any other school getting the heat or the press like this?
Well, some of it is some of it is just because is Prime, and Prime is a lightning rod. It is what it is. Some of it is, but don't act like this is not this generation's. This is the clicks and likes generation. Stop this. The players, Chauncey Billups, they were getting their behinds whooped, and he wanted to do a quick highlight of a dunk and post that at halftime. Chauncey told him, take that mess down. What are you posting a highlight for if we getting our behinds whooped? You know what I'm saying? Chauncey kind of said that on one of those pods, right? So it's not just Shedeur. Shedeur may be the lightning rod and the light of it right now. He may be the avatar of it. Well, let's do the same thing now. Let's not do this. Let's not play these silly games now. Let's not play these hypocritical games. It's the clouded youth, man. It is what it is, and it's not. And I'm gonna say this, Flight, and it's not no different when we were younger. I'm talking about myself now. We did things in our day to create clout. It might not have been on social media, but certain clothes we wore, Jabot jeans, or a certain style of clothes we wore, whatever. It is the culture. It is the culture. This is the latest manifestation of it. That's all it is to me. All a bunch of nothing burgers, man. A whole ado about nothing, bro. Let them live. Let them chill. Let them flex. But with all that, make sure you cook. That's all I got to say to that.
Right. It's definitely a new day, what's going on right now in sports. What do you think is going to be the future of this whole NIL situation? Where are you going to see it in the next 5, 10, 20 years?
It's going to grow. It's going to grow. The Shadours at the top. There's one of the college female players is the next one right up under him. Right up under the number 2 is one of the college players. I don't have her name in front of me right now, but she's number 2. I saw that list. Shadours at the top. College female basketball players number 2. Reese got her deal. So it's not just the men now. If you cooking, if you popping, if you marketable, you'll get a deal, male or female. I expect if Juju Watkins don't have one, I'm talking the phenomenal Juju out of USC, Flight. Juju Watkins, the next one up. If she doesn't have a NIL deal now, she will have one. Please. So it's going to explode. It's just what it is. The money's going to explode. Along with it, the jealousy. But this is the era we're in, and it's good for the players, man. I feel for the players, like DeMarcus Cousins. Could you imagine what the Fab Five would have gotten in the NIL deal? Chris Webber and the rest of those guys. Could you imagine what type of deal they would have got? Could you imagine the Running Rebels with Larry Johnson, what they would have gotten in an NIL deal? Could you imagine, bro? All those great college teams, even Duke, Christian Laettner and Hurley and the rest of them, Grant Hill. You know how much money they would have made? Stop. Anyway.
Yeah, man, you're right about that, man. Anyway, we're going to get back to it. Make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button. You already know what it is. It's Flight Sports TV.